So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. It hasn't been the best of times for Nigerians and Nigeria as a country. And trust me, I'm not talking about the soccer match that we lost to Ghana. Crazy, unimaginable, painful things have been happening. And in as much as I like to hold myself to refrain from talking about some things, there is only so much one can bear. A few days back, a Kaduna-bound train from Abuja, passenger train, was attacked. The terrorists that attacked this train killed 8 people, injured about 27, and abducted many others. No one can say for sure or for certain the number of people that were on board that train. You know why? Because it is common practice for the tickets of these trains to be bought off and sold at a more expensive rate in the black market. So at the end of the day, no one has an accurate record of the number of people that were on board that train. These people planted explosives, blew up the rail tracks, forcing the train to come to an abrupt halt, then came out with their weapons, brandishing their weapons, and started shooting sporadically right into the train. Point blank into the train. They succeeded in snatching 8 lives unprovoked, injured so many others, and marched a good number of them straight into the forest. Now, this is no coincidence. There is very good reason, very cogent reason to believe that this plan and attack was well thought through. You would recall that before this incident, a few days before this incident, about 200 terrorists marched into the international airports in Kaduna, shooting at will, disrupting operations, and even taking the life of an airport staff in the process of it. So they had made sure that the airport was unsafe and people were afraid to travel via air. And of course, we all know the history with the Kaduna-Abuja road. The Kaduna-Abuja road has in the past few years been a bedrock for terrorist killers and kidnappers operate at will at the Abuja-Kaduna main road. So the only option that people had to move from Kaduna to Abuja and vice versa was via the train. So on this fateful day, when news made it out on social media that the train in Kaduna was under attack, it just seemed like one of those things that we Nigerians are almost getting used to, until a tweet from Dr. Chinelo Megafu surfaced on Twitter. And on this tweet, the doctor, a very young, energetic, beautiful doctor, tweeted that she had just gotten shot on the train and that she needed our prayers. And Nigerians, in our usual fashion of lacking empathy, assumed that it was just for clout, and they lashed at her, told her to produce video evidence, and told her to, just dismiss her claim until it became certain and verified that she had died from her gunshot wounds. Chinelo's life may not be more important than the other 7 who had lost theirs on that train, but Chinelo's case is particularly painful. Dr. Chinelo was a dental surgeon, a graduate of the University of Port Harcourt. She had dedicated her practice to the service of her country, Nigeria. Until her death, she used to work at St. Gerald's Hospital in Kaduna. But we all know the harsh and unfavorable conditions that these medical practitioners live under in Nigeria. So she had finally decided that she deserved better. She had tendered her resignation at the hospital, and all her travel plans were in place. She had decided to relocate and had gotten all the relocation plans on track. As a matter of fact, her friend had come out on social media to state that Dr. Chinelo was supposed to have traveled out of the country just 4 days before she was gruesomely murdered. She wasn't ill. She didn't have an accident. She was taken unprovoked. A young, promising medical doctor. What was her crime? What was a crime apart from being a Nigerian and being in Nigeria? For how long will life mean nothing to Nigeria? Everybody has almost accepted their fate like, oh, it's normal. Lives must be lost every day for no reason. The life of an average Nigerian is worth less than that of a dog or a goat. And many of us cannot be bothered. Many of us feel less concerned because these challenges are not at our doorsteps. So we feel it may not happen to us, it cannot happen to us, it's out there in the far north. That is a very delusional thought, because these things are closer to you and I than you may want to admit. This was a young, promising doctor. Her parents had seen her through school. She had read her brains out graduated as a medical practitioner, serving her country. What was Chinelo's crime? Why did her life have to be snatched? For how long are we going to keep caring less while our youths are being killed every day? What is happening? Which way, Nigeria? Are we just going to sit back and cross our legs and keep praying and keep hoping that it will not be our portion? So whose portion is it supposed to be? Whose portion? Who deserves this kind of death? You think she was not a child of God? Or we think that she doesn't pray? This could have been anybody. It could have been me. It could have been you. And if you think that making plans to travel out of the country is the perfect solution, fine, to keep you safe, your nuclear family, but you have cousins, you have relations, your parents will be here. People who share the same blood and kinship with you will be here. What is the way forward? For how long are we going to sit back and get accustomed to this abnormal and feel it's normal? Only a few hours ago, a community in Abuja, the state capital, a community, Kubwa, was invaded. And there was a house-to-house raid. Kubwa is only about 30 minutes to Aso Rock. This thing is coming closer than we think. It's coming closer than we would love to admit. It is coming closer to you and I. We are so fast to post on social media, pray for Ukraine, while Nigeria is burning. How can a man who has his house burning be interested in chasing rats? Our house is burning and we are nonchalant, we don't care. We are not talking. Another casualty in that train was a fellow learned colleague, a lawyer, a barrister, young beautiful barrister, whose life was also snatched. Barrister Farida Sule Mohammed. Nobody sets out to end this way. You're lucky today to have escaped it does not mean that it cannot happen tomorrow. Our house is on fire. The government, in its usual reactive way of solving issues, have suspended train activities from Abuja to Kaduna. The Nigerian Railway Corporation just announced that. But would you believe that the people are still expecting, are still yet to get a reaction from their president, from the presidency, from the executive? There hasn't been any reaction as to this ugly incident. So first, the international airport was attacked earlier in the week, so the air is not safe. Then a train was attacked a few days after, so the railways are not safe. And of course, the roads, that is like a normal point of attack, day in, day out. So the roads are not safe. So where is a safe route for individuals to travel in Nigeria? Where is safe? So we're just sitting back and living at God's mercy. This whole thing is draining, is hurtful, it's tiring. Sometimes you sit back and you don't even know what to even say or do. You look at your children and all you can feel for them is pity. To add insult upon injury, the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has come out to appeal to Nigerians. In fact, let me read his statement. The hospital said that they have only 7 patients left and the rest have been discharged. The ministry and I think that the federal government are grateful to the Nigerian army for providing such services. Of course, the victims are receiving treatment at the Nigerian Army Hospital. But one thing, this is me going back to his statement, but one thing I have said to the Nigerian people is to liaise with the hospital management and see how much money they can contribute for the treatment of the patients. Sometimes I pinch myself and ask myself, am I in a dream? Or is this really, really happening? Citizens who were attacked and injured and killed in a government facility, in a government property. The government is asking for fellow citizens to contribute for their treatment. Even a small company, I mean a backyard company as we classify them, as long as you are in that company's premises or facility, you are their responsibility. And any harm that comes your way, it is the company's responsibility to protect you and defend you. And even if a staff is kidnapped or attacked in the company's staff bus, the company bears full responsibility for the treatment, compensation, and rehabilitation of that staff. Then you can imagine a whole government of Nigeria asking fellow citizens, impoverished citizens, helpless masses, to contribute to the treatment of citizens who were attacked and injured in a Nigerian train. Sometimes I wonder, Have we lost our senses and our conscience? Are we not human anymore? This is a country that contributed $1 million to Afghanistan a few days ago. $1 million is about 500 million naira. But they have to solicit for funds from the public to treat injured passengers that were attacked on the government train. And the minister says that had we bought some security equipment on the train, it would have averted this attack. And those equipments cost 25 million, which is not even up to a quarter of what we have given out to the Taliban government. What is going on? Which way, Nigeria? I know that a lot of us have been so heavy-hearted within the last few days. I want all of us to share our thoughts, share our feelings, share our anxiety in the comment section. Do you still see a flicker of hope, or have you totally given up? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I want to express my deepest condolences to the families of the victims who lost their life in this dastardly attack. I really do hope that someday we will see the end of this. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and stay glued for a lot more valuable content. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.